Okay, we are ready to go. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to pretty much my introductory video to my YouTube series called Dear Business Owners. Now, there's a whole thing behind why it's Dear Business Owners, so that's certainly something we'll dive into today. But pretty much throughout this video, it's going to be an introduction to myself for all those folks who don't know me, as well as what I do and what this will actually be about, because the idea here is to set expectations. And of course, this is geared towards all my entrepreneurs and business owners because I hold you guys very dearly to me because I too am an entrepreneur and business owner. And it also helps that also an accountant to be able to, kind of help you guys see things in a different lens, right? So, with that being said, my name is Rose Brown, also known as the Accountant Therapist, and I am the CEO of Brown's Fulfillment Consulting and Accounting Firm, where we provide an array of accounting services, of course, including bookkeeping, payroll, business formation, and taxation. How could I forget that, right? But usually, what we look at with those four things that I just mentioned, we use that as the four pillars of accounting because each one of those impact each other, right? So, depending on your business entity, the way you pay yourself, what tax form you file. So, there's a lot of different things to take into consideration, and that's definitely going to be a major focus of these series, right? So, with that being said, the idea behind Dear Business Owners, that was actually supposed to be a blog, right? I wanted to write a letter from your accountant to you as the business owner, really telling you in in the best way possible, in a lack of a better term, get it together, right? A lot of people start their business and they've been misinformed, they misunderstand, or the concept is simply misapplied to what should be done, right? So the idea here is you're hearing a letter from your accountant, helping you to kind of get it together, right? Saying, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, or this is what you should be doing. And hey, not only should you be doing this, but how can you do it better? Right. So there's a lot of different things that I do want to cover. And really, I just want to see entrepreneurs and business owners win, right? A lot of us, we get started and we just don't know. And this is how we're going to get to know. Okay. All right. So each week I'll be focusing on something different. And it won't be terribly long videos, right? It will be just enough. Some weeks you'll see me sitting here, just talking to you. And another week, I may have to roll my sleeve up, even though I'm not wearing sleeves today, but I may have to roll my sleeve up and head on over to my whiteboard so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Because some things are absolutely visual. And yes, for some people, it's going to be like, oh, that's easy. I know how to do that. I should do that. But a lot of things, when it comes down to application, when you hear it, it's easy, but it's not simple to apply. So the idea here is to you hear it, now let's apply it. What are you doing to apply what it is that you have going on? But it's also important to note that what I am saying each week is to wake you up, bring awareness to you as an entrepreneur and business owner. So this does not supersede any professional advice that you would receive pretty much from a one-on-one consultation with your accountant, because one size doesn't fit all. The information that I share here is on a general summary overview, and you take it into consideration, but also sit down one-on-one with your accountant to talk through what this means for you. How can you apply it? How does it work for you? How can you put it in perspective, right? Because you'll hear me say this over the next couple of weeks. One size absolutely doesn't fit all. And I'll definitely be breaking that down because two people can be in the same industry and their way of operating is completely different because of the things that they need, they want to desire, or simply how they operate their business from an individual perspective, right? Discipline and commitment plays a major role. Okay. All right. So I just want to make sure I'm touching on all the things here. And next week, just to give you a preview into what I'll be talking about, is commingling of funds. That's a major topic. And that's one of those things where, oh, yeah, I know I shouldn't do this. But no, no, no. Not only should you not be doing this, but it's actually, illegal. You need to be doing what's right for your business all the time. And just a heads up for all my folks, I'm usually doing Tax Tip Tuesday where, I'm talking about tax tips and things of that sort during tax season. But during these series, it's going to be a non-formal approach. Sometimes you'll hear me chuckle here and there, but at the end of the day, my goal is to help you get it together as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. And it doesn't matter how small you are, how large you are, everyone needs a push sometimes to get it together. And then this also applies to folks who may be thinking about joining the entrepreneurial world or the business owner world, right? It's a lot here because the habit that you have, it's going to determine how your business prosper. It's hard to untangle what's already been learned. Trust me, it's been a struggle for a lot of people, right? So if you're just getting into it, at least now you're like, okay, Rose said we shouldn't do that. We're good. But if you're already in it, make the highest effort that you can to undo what you've been doing because bad habits ruin business. Okay, so we definitely want to keep that in mind. I just have my note here just in case I miss anything. Okay, and overall, as an entrepreneur and business owner, it's hard. We all know that, but you have to do it hard. Because if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. The hard thing is to not commingle your funds, right? The easy thing is to use the same card for everything. That's what I'm talking about. You have to apply discipline to yourself. Okay. So, in addition to that, it's okay to give yourself some grace. It's not easy being a business owner. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. You're not on anyone else's time, anyone else's clock. You're wearing every hat in the book, you're wearing it. So give yourself some grace, but also don't forget to hold yourself accountable. And that's what these series will be about. Give yourself some grace, but also accountability at its highest, because that's where you'll begin to see actual growth within your business. That's where you'll actually be able to tell a story from your financials. Because if your money is all over the place, you can't say anything, right? You can't see anything consistent. Okay. So as I mentioned, this will be a short video. This is just an introduction to myself, of course, the accountant therapist, and the series over the next couple of weeks, right? And just a little background for all my folks who are like, well, what does the accountant therapist mean? Let me just break it down for you really quick. A couple years back when I started my company, it was just the way I interacted with clients, right? It's a matter of a one-on-one. You come to me, you talk. It's like going to a therapist, right? Instead, I'm the accountant therapist. You go to your therapist, you talk, they listen, and then they become the man in the mirror. Hey, okay, so this is what I'm hearing. Then we talk through the process and then we begin to execute. So that's what the accountant therapist is all about. And don't get it twisted. I sit here today, but I'm not a one-man show. I got people in the background who really hold me up. So that's another thing we're going to talk about in these series. Yes, we want to do it all by ourselves, but you get tired. You're one person. Give yourself some grace. So you definitely need a whole team in place. But hey, I'm not even going to touch on that too much in the coming weeks. Again, different topics, different things. And we'll be meeting at 7 p.m. This is going to be live. You can definitely pop some comments in the comment section if you have a question. I'll definitely see it on my end. If it's something where, hey, this is something I don't want the public to know, because accounting is a very intimate thing, right? You may want it to be one-on-one. You can send me a message wherever you can find me. We're on social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, of course, here on YouTube, but our website as well. For myself at The Accountant Therapist, for my company, which is called Brown's Fulfillment Consulting and Accounting Firm, that's info@Brown's FCA. If you do need to send us an email, or social media handle is at Brown's FCA, and we do offer free initial consultation. But again, every time you come to these series, right? Think about it as coming to class with your accountant and getting I don't want to say whipped into shape, but that's the idea, right? I really want to help you guys just kind of put yourself in order. Get your house in order. Is your financial house in order? So, as I talk to you as a business owner, I'm looking at it from an accounting perspective. I'm an accountant, an entrepreneur, and a business owner. So, I am speaking from experience. I work with clients in many different industries, right? Different revenue stream, whether they're just starting, they've been in business for 10 years, you'd be surprised what a 1 year versus a 10-year company looks like, right? So I've worked with tons of different types, different industry. You name it, I've probably worked with that particular type of industry. So all that I'm bringing here is from experience, as well as my background in taxation and of course bookkeeping, accounting, all of that. So let's get ready to talk to start a great next couple of weeks. And again, even if you're just starting, you haven't started yet, but you're thinking about it, stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of great information being shared here. And as I mentioned, next week will be all about commingling of funds. It's a serious topic and it's something that needs to be addressed. So if you know someone in business, definitely let them know what's going on. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let me know if there's a topic that you want me to touch on. I'm definitely open to those. Okay, but overall, again, if you need a one-on-one, we're here all year round to have that conversation. And again, we just want to help you stay compliant and we're gonna get it together. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's it for this week. Of course, if there are any questions, absolutely reach out. Hey, there's always next week, right? So next week at 7 p.m., I'll see you all every Wednesday, okay? Until the series comes to an end, hopefully not. But we definitely want to make sure that we're addressing, providing resources and all types of assistance that we can, right? So I will see you all next week at 7 p.m. And don't forget, my name is Rose Brown, also known, I forgot, as the accountant therapist. Okay? Have a good one.